Your close reading and critical literacy project is where you are going to do a deep dive into one or a small collection of texts, doing the sort of close readings that you would do for any sort of literary analysis. But the difference with the critical literacy side of it is that then you are going to talk about how do you apply this in the classroom? How do you turn this into a lesson? So what this is going to look like is an education paper, not an English lit paper. So the best example I could find was Gartland's History, Mysteries, Grammar. And if you open this, takes you a couple steps to get there, you will notice that one, does an analysis, goes through its subject matter, but it also includes things like rhetorical questions and how to integrate this into the classroom. Up here it has a series of bullet pointed steps at one point. Going through all of that is the way that's sort of the format that you're going to have for this sort of paper, which is, yes, I've done this close reading, and then here's what you do with it in a classroom. This is application based. So I've given you 3 topics to look at. Ecologies, so we've done that water project. That is ecologies. That is dealing with nature, dealing with the natural world. Then minority experience and identity. So many of our books have dealt with that because that is such an important topic. More than 50% of public school students are going to identify as members of minorities. And then regional identity and history, because that is really significant here. If you have a different idea and you want to run it by me, please do. I'm very open, but sometimes having a narrow focus helps you move forward more easily. So after you look at these, you choose a topic, you're going to choose a set of books. You can choose books that we've been using in class. The best example of this is like the sort of, you want to do a deep dive with Carver, the way I did with Carver, which is the example for the final project. And then you're going to have a 3 to 5 page analysis. This is double spaced. This is very, very short. It has a thesis. A thesis is about the close reading, and it should connect to its applications. So perhaps a thesis about the way We Are the Water Protectors uses color as well as current events to make an impact on the audience, and then expanding that into an ecological sort of reading on how do you teach about water and conservation using We Are the Water Protectors. And analysis, you're going to do a deep dive into the book. Like, look at specific text, look at images, look at the way the story is told, the language that is used, the conclusion, which you all might not have been able to see if you didn't have the paper copy, where it gives the current events that inspired all of this. And then, here's the activity I would do. You guys are so good with these activities and making them interactive. Build on this strength, put it into this article as if you were sharing it with, say, the next group of students that does children's literature. Remember, not an MLA style research paper. Here's some examples, and you're going to have that final 1 to 2 minute video. You all share in these videos really well. I can tell that you are future educators. You are ready to work with people, work with kids, because of the way you articulate and just how good you are in all of this. So here is the examples, and I am so happy to talk. Let me know if there's anything I can do. Can't wait to see what